What do you want people to learn through the plays?
I want them to know that Yiddish culture produced a literature, a dramatic literature. I mean, all kinds of literatures. People know about the poetry, whether they're very familiar with it, I don't know. But they don't know, nobody's ever heard of Peretz Hirschbein, for God's sake. And it's beautiful literature. They're plays, you know, there's Hirschbein, there's Sholem Asch, there's this Brenner, the one we most recently did is by David Pinsky. You know, these address issues that are universal, love, or I mean, there is a common thread, I think, among all of the Yiddish plays that I've ever read, and that is there's this outsider. What does it mean to be an outsider? In very different ways, you see that represented. I just want people to respect Yiddish. I want them to respect the language, to respect the culture, and to understand that it was a very rich culture, that there's not, just the way today we have all kinds of people in all levels of sophistication, people were like that back then too, and Fiddler may be a great show, but that's not how everybody lived, how all the Jews lived before the war. It just isn't. They didn't talk like that, they didn't look like that. And I just think the richness of Jewish people and Yiddish culture needs to be appreciated. That's what I think seeing these plays does. It, you know, it opens people's eyes that these were real people. And just like reading the journals from the ghettos, these are real people day to day looking for, you know, a way to get through the day when their wife was just taken away with their child. And, you know, I mean, that's closer to the Holocaust, but it's still a day, what is it, quotidien thing. And there's this, I don't know, there's this gestalt of what Yiddish and Jewish people and their language and culture are that people always revert to without seeing the multifaceted nature, the richness, the intelligence of these plays. I mean, people think Yiddish is a joke. You know, most people, if you ask them, do they know any Yiddish, they'll say, oh, I know a few bad words, and I know dirty jokes in Yiddish. And that's it. They think that that's what Yiddish is.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? I think that image is perpetuated by a lot of people who write books that are doing just that. And plays that are doing just that. I don't think people, I mean, I'm going to sound harsh, but there are not very many people out there that really care. You know, people talk about this resurgence of Yiddish and how all these people in Ivy League schools are learning how to read Yiddish. What will they learn from this? I don't know. If they're not trained well, I don't know that they're really going to grasp the richness of this literature and culture. Anyway, I'm probably the most pessimistic person about this, just because of when I see these people who assume nobody's going to understand, and so they can say whatever they want and write whatever they want. You know, that really makes me burn. Yeah, for me and for my ancestors. You know, I mean, yes, they were real people, and don't condescend to them this way.